We'd like to welcome you to another episode of Web3 Masterminds hosted by Cryptopolitan and Forward Protocol. And today we have two special guests, Vlad and Andrei from Coreto. Vlad and Andrei, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourselves and just telling us where you are in the world.
Sure, I'll let Andrei go first.
Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Andrei. I am the head of development for Coreto, and what can I say? I've been doing this web development and platform development for about almost 10 years now, and
Wow.
Yeah, and I've been
It's a lot of experience.
I've always wanted to build something meaningful, you know, and now we can do this with Coreto. And well, we'll tell you about it, about what Coreto is and what we want to do. So it's a social platform, a reputation-based social platform directed for now at the crypto space. So basically, it's what we like to call a knowledge hub where people can share their knowledge, learn from each other, and also use this opportunity to grow themselves and help others grow. And of course, monetize their knowledge, their time, and their experience, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, like Andrei said. First of all, hey guys, I'm Vlad. I am the co-founder and also the CBO of Coreto. The quick brief about me: in the last 14 years or so, I've been more in the corporate sales and into business development. Just like Andrei said, what we aim and what we want to do with Coreto is exactly that: to build a decentralized, reputation-based research hub for the crypto spaces. And I think that you guys can better understand how we all started, because I personally got into blockchain and crypto somewhere at the beginning of 2017. So I could say that I caught the ICO trend and the ICO train, and in the same time the big correction that came, the bear market in 2018. And when I started, I had zero experience. I was like every retail investor that got into crypto. Although at first, and like myself, I think there are a lot of our viewers, like, I want to go into crypto because I can see the potential of the technology, but also I like the part that I can do. I can make money quick, because I think that in the essence, unfortunately, now after all these years into crypto, I can say that unfortunately, more than 70%, that's my opinion, of people that are into crypto, they don't give that much of a thing on the technology itself. They just want to get rich quick. Guys, that's impossible. Those that do it fast, and as fast as they get those money, that's as fast as they lose it. So what I came to as a conclusion myself was that I had no financial literacy. I wasn't experienced enough. I didn't know where to start and where to go. So that led me into following the opinion of the wrong people. If Mitch, if you were around then, I believe that you also know all the influencers that were back then and that nobody knows about them anymore right now.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely.
I think it's only a handful of people that are still around, and they are still around because they proved that they know what they are talking about, because they proved their knowledge and they proved to their followers that they are worth being followed. Well, in my case, when the bear market came and everything went south and nobody was talking about Lambos on the moon and stuff like that, I took a step back and analyzed what happened. Why did I end up losing money? Who did I follow? Why did I follow them? How did I decide to go into that project or this one? And my conclusion was that there is no way in which you as a retail investor can assess someone in another way than just the number of followers or the size of their Telegram channels or Discord or I don't know, whichever they chose, or YouTube, okay? So together with Justina, who is also my partner in life and in business as well, we took a step back, we analyzed, and we said, okay, we need to build something. We need to help the communities. We need to help the new people coming into crypto, because in 2018, everybody that got into crypto in 2017, in 2018 or 2019, they said crypto is a scam. You only lose money over there. And everybody was saying that because they were frustrated, out of frustration.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Exactly. Yeah. So then we decided to build a place where retail investor could use the cumulative knowledge of crypto communities to help them better understand this space and also to do better informed investment decisions. If we were to take an example, if institutional investors or trading groups have their own analysis, researchers, a lot of people that are behind each investment they do, who do retail investors have? They have only the traders and the influencers that we all know, some better than others. Well, in short and in a nutshell, this is what we want Coreto to end up to be the research hub, the analysts of the retail investor, to also be like a launch pad for people that are not necessarily aiming to become influencers, but because of their knowledge and the way that they share their information will help other individuals themselves. We want Coreto to be the go-to platform when it comes to doing your own research. So we also give equal attention and support to accountable influencers or traders and to project teams as well, because we help them to gain recognition based on a reputation system that we are building. And it's comprised of traceable past performance registered immutably on the blockchain, and also how the community interacts with their content. It's like how they give their trust to the people, So more or less,
that makes 100% sense. It's interesting. Very, very similar sort of approaches, just from different angles. I mean, Forward Protocol, when Key and I were talking about what we could do, we also had an idea. We wanted to assist the community with something. And I mean, most people, as you've rightly said, people get scammed. They don't understand it. It's very, very technical for them. They can't grasp what's happening in the space because they don't have the skills, or they follow the wrong people. So we certainly thought, like, if we could use WordPress as an example and make Forward like the WordPress for Web3, so that if you wanted to use a smart contract in your business, you don't have to go and try and figure it out yourself. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You can literally go and download one of our templates, try it. If it works, that's fantastic. If it doesn't work, do something else. But it allows many, many more people to come into the space in a safe way without risking everything. And I think that's what you guys do very, very well. And I'm excited about the partnership with Coreto and Forward, because I think there's going to be a lot of synergy going forward. I think your guys, you've got a great heart, and the way you're actually approaching it and helping people is wonderful. Can you tell me, I mean, how long have you guys been going on this journey? When did you start? When did you launch the project?
So initially, we wanted to start in 2019 or 2018, sorry.
Even back in 2018, that's when we first got together, and we started messing around with the idea of what will become later on will become Coreto. But yeah, go ahead, Vlad, sorry.
No problem, sure. First of all, so basically the core team, which is me and Justina and Andrei, and also Vali, our head of design. We all have a big history together. Justina managed for more than 8 years her own digital agency. It was one of the first digital agencies in Romania. It's where she met Andrei, and they grew up together, and they evolved as well. And then Vali came along as well, and me, I was just the third wheel, the third wheel to the bicycle. But I also came along, yes. So we did start in 2018 with the concept, with the idea. Okay, let's see how this can be done. But first, we did a lot of trial and error because that's how feelings work. And then fast things forward, in 2020, the end of 2020, we launched Coreto. And in April last year, so in April 2021, we launched the alpha version of the platform, which is now, it's still in a closed alpha. That means that people can have access to it only by registering in a whitelist of ours, and we onboard people every 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. With the help of the current users, which are about, Andrei, correct me if I'm wrong, I think we are close to 1,500, something like that.
We're almost close to 2,000 people right now.
Okay,
oh, that's amazing.
These guys helped us a lot because they gave a lot of feedback. They helped us improve our algorithms. They helped us identify some bugs or UX, UI issues. So now we are even closer to the beta launch. It's something that we are now preparing to, but we don't have a date yet. When launch? When beta? Soon.
Yeah, that's a common question. Now, Andrei, can I ask you from a technical point of view, what are the staking opinion pools? Can you just run us through it and tell us how it works?
Sure. I'm glad you asked, actually, because the staking of opinion pools is a feature that is unique to our project. And basically what it is, it's a tool for traders that can use it to make price predictions of different markets. Let's say I'm a trader. I usually trade Bitcoin, and I want to show that I know what I'm doing, right? So I can use the staking of opinion pools to create an opinion to show that I believe, let's say, Bitcoin will rise to 60K or something like that. And I can use this tool to make my prediction and have it as a verifiable fact at the end of my time interval that I will set in this opinion pool. I will see my result, and my result will be quantified in a performance score. So basically, it's a tool for traders to make price predictions, build up their reputation, and as well as earn our core token, because you can also monetize your predictions. You can use core tokens and pledge to your own opinions or opinions of others. And in a challenging scenario when someone else will challenge your opinion, there is a pool. That's why we call it the staking of opinion pools. There is a pool that is created, and as we say, may the best man win. At the end of that prediction, the best prediction will earn more core from the pool, and the others will earn less, so or lose.
Wow,
yeah. What I like about the
sounds amazing.
Sorry, Mitch, I'm trying to understand.
No, I just said that sounds very, very useful. Sounds like it's got a lot of utility.
Yes.
Yeah. I want to get into a little more detail about it. So excuse me for talking too much, but The
No
thing
problem.
is, it's also a training tool, because you don't have, you're not forced to pledge the core token to your opinions. You can also just use it to test your own skills. And based on your results, you'll also get a scoring. At the end of a certain period, you can look back and see. So my last, let's say, 10 predictions, 12 predictions, how accurate was I? How far off am I from my past self? How much better do I get? And also, other people can look at that score, because that performance score is the essence of the staking of opinion pools. There's also the trust, and we'll get into that. But the performance is something that you can show off to others. So this is a way for people to also gain followers, but not just by hype or stuff like that, but because they have good results, verifiable results in the market, because they made a prediction, and that prediction proved to be a good one, and then another, and so on. So this is also a tool to train yourself and to train others, but also to earn some money in the process. It's a very complex system, and it also integrates with a trust meter. But this is another topic. This is based more on how the community interacts with your own content and stuff like that. So the reputation part is basically two parts. It's a performance and a trust meter. Both, they build up your reputation.
Okay, it
Sorry
sounds
for
amazing.
talking.
So it's no, that's really good. So I could almost use the tool to coach myself to get better results, and the better results I get, I can use those results as a verifiable, credible source for providing information about, you know, the market and what have you. Is that correct?
Exactly.
That makes sense.
It's
Okay, perfect. That's really, really useful.
Just like Andrei said, because we built it in such a way, because we don't want Coreto to be thought as like just a prediction platform, okay, or just doing predictions, or I don't know. We want it to be used as also like as an educational module, because at the end of my prediction, the time that I have set, especially if there is a pool of opinions over there, the reward distribution is not made as in the winner takes all, loser loses all. No. Okay, so our end goal is to help our users, to help them build their reputation based on their performance, and not think necessarily, oh my God, I'm going to lose my tokens. No, pledging them will help. Pledging them can boost your meters a bit, but at the end, the end result is the one that matters.
Yeah. So what Vlad says is that this is important. The tokens, you can never lose all your tokens in a challenging scenario or using the staking of opinion pools. As Vlad said, it's not a winner take all, loser takes all, or loses all. You win a bit more tokens, but you also just lose a few tokens in case you mess up or someone else is better than you. So it's not encouraging the gambling mentality that much. It's just an incentive to put your money where your mouth is, basically, and back that up. And also, if you are better than the others, you can win something, but that's not the whole idea, the whole point. It's more about sharing your knowledge, proving yourself, getting better at what you're doing, and earning your reputation, basically. Yeah.
Well, I think the important thing that I'm hearing from you guys is that, you know, the crypto market, that is, you said originally, you know, people come in and they have that speculative nature where they just want to make a quick profit and get out. Yeah. But what you're doing with your reputation pools and all that sort of thing is that you are creating an education. So people come in with an expectation that they can get better and better and better. They can verify their results, and over time, that education is going to help them be a better trader. And if they're a better trader, they've got a much better longer-term future in the space, rather than like just taking a flyer and being just completely speculative. And which I mean, most of the market is like that. People anticipate it's going to be a quick win. They don't do any research. They follow the wrong people. And maybe at this point, I could switch to more of an industry outlook, and you guys could help me understand from your perspective. I mean, how do you think education is lacking in this space? Do you think like a lot of people are putting the time and effort into getting educated about Web3? Or would you say it's the majority of people aren't? They really are driven by FOMO and the bull and bear market and what have you. How much is education based and how much is driven by greed?
Okay, so sadly, not that many people in this space are focusing on actually educating themselves and understanding the space. I believe that most of the people that are discovering crypto right now and what it's all about are in it just for short-term gains, sadly. We are at Coreto, we are trying to change that. So we want to show the world that there is more to this, and you have way more to gain by educating yourself, educating others, helping, sharing knowledge, building, it's a strong word, but building trust in this space, basically. Because as Vlad also said earlier, the initial hopes and dreams of the people that first got into the crypto space evaporate really quickly, because they don't understand the space, they have misplaced expectations, and not a lot of information sources that are also credible or verifiable in some way. And this creates, I don't know how to say it, sorry. It's not a healthy environment, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
right now.
Makes sense.
And it's very important right now that projects like Coreto and other projects also are working towards changing this, towards building a better reputation for the whole space, for the whole crypto sphere, so that more people will start to understand the benefits and learn about what is it, what is crypto, what's its end goal, what can it change, how can it change, how can it make certain things better. There are a lot of questions and not a lot of answers for most people right now. So it's important that the people that have this information find a better way to share it with the outside world, because crypto right now, it's kind of a closed space, I think. We were basically living inside our own little information bubble, and we learn more and more and more, but the outside world doesn't have access to this information, not that easily. So I believe it's still a lot of work left to do, and this is the challenge right now.
Yeah, I think you're 100% right, Andrei. You know, when I chat to Key about it, we always are trying to figure out. I mean, you said it so beautifully. It's like we've got an in-house party, and in the crypto space, we all know exactly all the terminology, the phrases, we're learning, etc. But when we go and talk to our friends, they look at us and their eyes roll back and they get completely bored and they say, "What are these guys talking about again?" I mean, your friends must be the same as mine.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's making it sort of easy. So if I could ask you, could you take me through a typical user experience? Let's just say I was brand new in the crypto space, and I was very interested. I didn't want to get my fingers burnt. I didn't want to lose money. I wanted to start trading. What would be a good way for me to start getting educated in this space so that I could take a holistic approach and a long-term view in actually getting engaged, learning the fundamentals, and actually being able to apply that to derive some real value over a long period of time? How would I start?
That's a
It
good
all
question.
depends. Yeah. Unfortunately, the answer is it depends. It
Yeah.
depends on your end goal.
Okay.
And whether we acknowledge it or not, whether we say it out loud or not, in the end, and unfortunately, most of the people that I talk to, whether they are in person or online, and I did ask them, why did you join crypto? Or why did you come here in this? And most of them said, hey, I heard from a friend that they made 10x on that, or they did the thousands of dollars on a trade, and I want to do that as well. Okay, unfortunately, that's an answer too, but it's not necessarily the best one. And I believe that at first you have to know, what do you want? If you are a tech savvy guy, then that means that the first things that you are going to look into is the technology. First, you have to understand what decentralized technology means, to understand how the blockchain itself works. And for this purpose, fortunately, there is a lot of information out there already. There are a lot of outlets or personal blogs that talk about what is decentralization, how does a blockchain work, what are transactions, and so on and so forth. And then again, me being the tech savvy guy, after I understand this, I go onto sites like CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap and take the first 10 or 15 projects from there and analyze and study them as much as I can. Because in that top 20 projects on CoinMarketCap, let's say, you have DeFi projects, you have infrastructure, supply chain projects, you have stable coins, you have meme coins, you have exchange coins. So you kind of have a bit out of each department that blockchain serves right now. And after going through these categories, then you can move into trying to identify if you want to start investing. And if you want to start investing, always start small, and of course, only invest what you are okay if you lose it. Because going into a project that just launched a few days back, your chances to get scammed, rug pulled, especially if the team is anonymous, or if it's a meme coin, or if it's a project that its utility is not very clear from the first 10 minutes, then that means you really have to be very risk assertive to go into that investment. But start investing into projects that are here for more than 6 or 8 months, or if they are just launched, to be careful who is backing up those projects, to look into the fundamentals, like you said. So it's important to try and determine the fundamentals. And then comes the unpleasant part, as in, okay, which project should I choose? And then unfortunately, you as a retail investor, you go to, like I said, Twitter, YouTube, Telegram, and it's just identifying the hype. So if you want to be a hype-based investor, then yes, meme coins, some metaverse coins, I don't know. But if you are in it in the long term, then search for good DeFi projects to put your money to work as a passive income. Search for utility projects that can help you learn, like Forward does. I'm super excited about what you guys are doing on the educational part. And it's one of the reasons that when Key approached me and said, hey, let's look into a partnership together, I said, hell yeah. Because that was one of our reasons of our what we wanted to do with the reputation system, to get it out of crypto and put it into other platforms as well, and to use it and build the reputation, the online reputation system for other platforms as well. So long story short, to answer, where do you start? Well, first you have to start within you and decide what type of crypto user you want to be. You want to be a user, or you want to be an investor, or you want to become a trader. For each
or a builder.
Or a builder, yeah. Or maybe you are a gamer, and God knows that there are a lot of amazing projects in metaverse that emerged last year. Some of them went down, just like in every industry, and some of them prosper.
Yeah, I actually think that's an excellent answer. It's starting with the end in mind, because we're all different, aren't we? We all made up differently. We all have different ideas about the way we want to do business, and I think you know, when you do go to social media and what have you, you just get overwhelmed by a glut. So Vlad, I love what you said about, you know, take the top 20 projects, analyze them. You'll soon find out whether you lean more towards NFTs, or you lean more towards the metaverse, or you're a DeFi and you want to create a passive income, or whatever it is. So it's a good way to do it. If you guys, I mean, we sort of just starting out 2022. The market seems to be going a little bit sideways. No one's really sure about what's going to happen. I'm super optimistic about the market, because I think, just like Coreto, you know, Forward is building for the future. And if you are building for the future, the short-term, you know, sort of fluctuations and that don't really matter a huge amount. So if you had an outlook on 2022, tell me some of the things you see that are happening around you, that in the industry are growing, whether it's NFTs or the metaverse or DeFi. It doesn't really matter which one you pick, but if you could maybe just expand on it a little bit and give the listeners an idea of why you think that is going to be important in the next year.
Okay. I'm also optimistic about the whole space in general. I believe that we are only just starting to discover the possibilities that blockchain technology and ledger technology in general are opening up. And yeah, I think that this year we will start to see some of the hype dissipate, but some more consolidation. I believe there will be projects that will stand out from the crowd because of strong fundamentals, basically. And I'm not sure about the metaverse. I see there is a lot of potential there, but I'm not sure it will get adopted that fast. I think there are a lot of other technological difficulties to be fixed before it can have mass adoption and utility. But I believe that NFTs, basically NFTs, SFTs, and stuff like this will start to prove themselves this year. The NFT market has started out with hype, and it's still going a bit, but I think it will slow down, and projects will start finding and providing real utility for these NFTs. I believe that they are underused right now, and there are a lot of possibilities, a lot of possible use cases that are not explored right now. It's not just an image that you have rights to on the internet. You can have real value, and you can provide real utility based on NFTs. And this is something that we also are looking into. I'm not going to get into more details about this, but it's something we're looking into, providing utility based on NFT technology. So I think this is going to solidify in the year to come. And also, I believe that there are a few projects out there that have already proved themselves and have a history, but did not have that much adoption or attention towards them. I'm looking here at different layer 1, layer 2 technologies that are also I think gonna be more and more predominant, and some will disappear, but some of them will become stronger and stronger. And yeah, another thing I'm looking at is something to put this all into perspective. So I think that projects that are based on information and information sharing, even social interactions, and I know we are one of those projects, but maybe there are others, different approaches and stuff like that. I think this will also be something to look forward to. Different type of social projects, information projects, knowledge hubs, and stuff like that. This is what I'm looking at.
I'm backing up Andrei over here, because if we are to think about it, the entire Bitcoin and blockchain technology, well, crypto itself started within a community. So crypto is all about community. It's about sharing. It's about giving. It's about transparency, but anonymity in the same time. So privacy is very important. In my opinion, although most of it's connected to what Andrei said, I believe that DeFi is something that is going to go even higher.
Sure.
And I'm not saying here like projects that are offering 3 digits interests, because that's something that it's not sustainable. But there are already a handful of good projects that have great fundamentals and are already they already proved themselves that they work, they know what they are doing, and they have good backers. In what I see as the future, again, I see where we are now, we just scratched the surface. The first thing that gave me confidence that crypto is here to stay at first was when institutional investors jumped in. And after institutional investors, then traders from Wall Street moved here because, okay, they saw a new income, a new place, a new source of money. But now governments are looking into them, okay, like adopting Bitcoin as a legal tender. And then before that, supply chains and so on and so forth. So there is a lot of utility if it's made not with only thinking on the gains. If you are thinking also on the benefits that it can provide, then we can certainly say that we are just starting. And the social impact is very important in crypto, because most of the players are retail investors, so are people like you and me, but they need education. And that's being made through projects like Forward, like Coreto, like other decentralized social platforms. And also I saw that there are already big players that are supporting, like Polygon. Yeah, they develop their own fund to support Web3 social apps. So bottom line is that we are just getting started. And those of you that have just joined crypto, you should really put in some time to learn and to get better.
Definitely.
Because relying on others, if you lose money, who is it to blame? Is it Crypto X or is it yourself? Because you're the one that pushed the buy button or the sell button.
That's 100% right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Vlad, it's right. I mean, the responsibility lies with us. And, you know, when we get into the space, it's up to us to learn and to find the right education. And just looking at the space now, obviously there's some bottlenecks that are holding progress back. What do you think those bottlenecks are? If we remove those, what would really open the floodgates and bring lots of new users into this whole space?
Well, as I said, crypto, blockchain technology, ledger technology, it's all still a bit mystic, so to say, for the general population. It seems so it still seems to many that there's something magical going on and they don't really understand what the use case for this or that. And I think the greatest bottleneck right now is knowledge, information. And not just sharing that information, but have it in a way that most people would understand. So one of the biggest bottlenecks in crypto adoption right now, I think it's because the information that is available right now, it's not easily digestible by the everyday user, the everyday internet users, let's say. And this will change in time, and there's nothing we can really do but help it along, push it along as best we can. And another important factor, I think, it's providing real utility. So actually having people use this technology or in some form or another, have it ready for them in one press of a button, provide real value that they can see, they can feel the benefits of. So this is also a lot of work left to be done in this regard, because we need to do better as an industry at providing I don't know, starting from clean interfaces, easy to understand concepts, easy to understand platforms, easily accessible, make it all accessible. Find the best way to provide value to everyday users, have them not even realize they are using blockchain technology. That's the dream.
Exactly. That's the main issues right now that I see as well. It's besides the security point of view, and the privacy itself, but people are not used to owning their own keys. If right now you somehow lose access to your online banking app, you just call the bank and they will sort it out. But when it comes to crypto, you are the one responsible and in charge to be careful with everything that you are doing. That's this really is true. From the easiest task as creating a MetaMask account and backing up your 24 key phrases, or into buying a cold wallet. I see, unfortunately, people with experience with, I have a personal friend who is a security expert who got scammed. And he was a security expert. He got scammed.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Somehow his MetaMask account was hacked. And when I asked him how, he said, I was too, how did he put it? I was too confident on my own, because me being a security expert, I said, oh, I know what to do. Well, he didn't follow his own rules. So I think that this is also a gatekeeper for the regular people to come into this, because they are not certain about how good they are at protecting themselves online. So
yeah, but this comes back to the idea of education and knowledge.
Yeah.
It's part of the learning process, and this is what I was trying to say when I said that we need to provide this information in a way that is easily understandable and not just step-by-step screenshots of how you create an account for MetaMask, say, but also to better understand what that means. What are the responsibilities that fall upon our shoulders right now that before were the responsibilities of others, of the platform that we're using, the banks that we're using, and stuff like that. So it loops back to education. Yeah,
I think you're right. You know, the benefits of blockchain and crypto are massive, and I think to fully embrace those, we need to understand that some responsibility lies on us. And as you've both rightly said, that the first step starts with us in learning how to take ownership of our private keys and what that actually means. And Andrei, I mean, it will get easier over time, but what you guys are working on, creating clean interfaces and beautiful utility that's easy to understand, really goes a long way to helping users in the space actually get a decent result. And I just wanted to say thanks to you guys. Maybe in a couple of minutes, you could just wrap up and tell us in a nutshell about Coreto again, and just some closing remarks about the industry. But it's been wonderful chatting. Your insights have been very fresh and very insightful. And thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you also for having us. It's a pleasure to exchange ideas with people in this space. And it's crypto in general is a subject that I think needs way more time to talk about than the short time we had today.
Agreed.
Yeah, there is so much potential here, and also we at Coreto are trying to make use of this potential as best we can. So we are building a lot of tools that we hope will help as many people as possible to both understand this space better, learn from each other better, share their knowledge in an easy way, and also monetize that knowledge, right? Because if I take the time to learn something and I invest, let's say, I invested years of my life becoming a web developer, and I have all this knowledge. I would like to use this knowledge and, I don't know, maybe make a business of it or stuff like this. It's the same with information in any form, I think. And we are trying to empower all users of this space to have tools for everyone. So just an example, we talked about the staking of opinion pools, but we also launched an articles module for creators that want to express themselves in writing and have that incline. Let's say project teams will have tools to promote their project, to have a follower base built up, and also have the tools to share their progress and everything else that comes along with this. One-on-one mentoring is also one of the future features that we want to implement. So if, let's say, you are very good at something in this space, in crypto, be it trading or something else, you can auction your time and have, I don't know, have seminars basically, or one-on-one mentoring with your students. And why not? There is so much possibility, and we have a long list of features that we want to implement in the near future.
Yeah, huge possibilities. And Vlad, some closing remarks?
Although Andrei did touch the main benefits of Coreto, from my point of view, what's very important in crypto in general is that projects and project teams should work together. The collaboration between teams is very important, because at the end we all kind of share the same goal, which is adoption of blockchain, adoption of cryptocurrencies. You can do it you can try and do it by yourself in a small bubble, but you will not have the same results, because the success stays in the numbers. And when all of us use our set of values, like you guys forward are doing right now with these webinars, or like there are a lot of other third parties, like Into the Block, one of our partners, that is providing on-chain data, interpret the on-chain data for the help of the retail investor to better understand what's going on chain and how can that help me. All that we want to take all that information and put it into one easy to use platform. So we take social interactions, we take news feeds, we take machine learning. We hope to and our end goal is to develop our own AI to help determine social sentiment and market sentiment and so on and so forth. But the bottom line is that both us at Coreto and crypto, we're just getting started. People don't know much about Coreto, although we are in the market for more than 1 year now. It's because we did not do, how can I say, we did not go the normal way of let's shield the hell out of Coreto, let's go to dozens of influencers to speak empty words about our project. So we wanted to keep our heads down, work, deliver, and then start talking about it. And that's the basically we are right now. It's the point that we have something to show. We have exactly to show the utility, the use cases, and the benefits of being an early adopter of Coreto. So all in all, guys, always do your research. Always try to find at least 2 sources of information before going into something. Give yourself time to learn, and also it's okay to mess up. It's how we learn.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know how by messing up and doing something stupid that will make you lose money will help in giving you a great idea.
Yeah. I just want to add.
Yeah, well, I mean, some really wise words there.
Yeah, I just want to add.
Okay, we're gonna keep it like down 1 minute.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I really like. Yeah, I really like a quote that I always keep in my head. If you build it, they will come. So this is, I think, this is what needs to happen, both for Coreto, and this is what we are doing, we are building, and also for the whole crypto space. Just build. And this is also for other projects.
Yeah, very, very wise words. If you build it, they'll come. Put your head down, work hard, focus on the fundamentals. And just want to say, Vlad and Andrei, thank you so much again. It's been a pleasure having you here this afternoon, and look forward to connecting with you guys in the future. Cheers.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.